hello, welcome. Today I'm talking about, I'm so glad to be back, first of all. Cassandra here with Opera for Black Folks, and I'm so excited to be back. It's been a journey to get here, and today I'm talking about the artist's journey. Haha, see how I did that? The artist's journey, and an invitation to join my journey and what has been cooking since my last post. So let's jump right in. So I wanted to start this video to say thank you to all of the people who are on the journey with artists and creatives. Without people who support artists, without people like you, I know I would just shrivel up and just fall apart. That inspire creatives to create with a renewed discipline and an integrity. Being an artist takes a village. Society says that artists don't have any value, anything of value to bring, to contribute to capitalism of our world. And while that's not inherently true, it is possible for artists to spin off into their creative imagination and never produce anything that's consistent or sort of tangible in a way that can be used to further community and build community with others. It can be a career that is very self-serving and selfish and self-absorbed. That selfishness is often hard. It's hard to watch somebody be so selfish and produce so little, right? And while that is, there are artists out there like that, and that is a part of the journey of one's becoming, of realizing it's not about me. This art is a gift, and that it has a purpose, and that I've got to find a way to serve it to other people. And so that's why I started to create this video and this channel and this whole idea of like, how can I get myself out there? And so I just wanted to cover 3 quick reasons why I think a lot of artists don't put themselves out there. Is 1, judgment. Judgment. 2, the I'm not ready yet, it's never ready, never perfect, I can't do what I love for a living. All those 3 things, judgment, not ready yet, never perfect, and I can't do what I love for a living, stops the majority of most artists. And then it becomes like a hobby, and if you're satisfied with that, then that's all you need, and it's your hobby, and it satisfies you in just this part of you that gets to expand and share and feel great. But if you want to build a life from it, then it's a very different kind of judgment and heaviness that comes along with those things, with making it a career. But my why now, of why share now, is because I think that we are having a digital renaissance. And I was thinking about the previous Renaissance and looking back to the Middle Ages and just doing some research about that and realizing that, the Middle Ages did things very differently for very different reasons because they believed different things. And now we have science to refute a lot of those weird ways that they made sense of the world. And a lot of that had to do with the distilling of information, with the printing press that allowed, because I was thinking, in order to get a book reprinted, it costs the equivalent of buying a house today, and it took at least a year, somebody doing it by hand, and human error and mistakes and just general exhaustion and just all the things that it does, that doing the same thing day in and day out can wear and tear on a person. But then knowledge was being shared. It was just being shared in this really slow way. And so with the invention of the printing press to now be used, it helped to distill information in a really fast way. Right? Compared to how we distill information now, like on our phones, it's so instant, it feels so automatic, that it really is an opportunity to just step in and show up the way that I would like best to be an artist, and that I would like to encourage other artists to be artists, as well as to share with people what the artist's life actually looks like so that we can start to get it. Because what's really difficult, what I think sucks so much about being an artist is that, or specifically an opera singer, is that people have no idea what I do. There's no picture, there's no way to relate to what an opera career looks like in today's age, because it's so associated with something that's old. And while, yeah, it is old, and yeah, it is predominantly white, and yes, it is these interesting stories, I really love the stories. And I really love the demands that the classical arts, I like the level, the standard that they exact. Like, there's something really fun about looking at certain music almost like it's this really amazing artistic gymnastic that I get to do with the muscles that are my voice, and the breath work and all that it takes, and the artistic expression. It's athletic in its creativity, right? And I just love that. And I think that that's really difficult to, it's really frustrating that I meet a lot of people that think that being an opera singer is cool, but they have no idea what that means. And then they're like, oh, so Broadway? And it's like, there's so much more. And I want to be able to share more. And so I feel like this channel is one way to do that. And so oh my gosh, my why now. So I said digital renaissance, dark ages, right? Second would be the desire to inspire audiences of color and to enjoy more opera. I want that to, I think that people will go, just like the Williams sisters, that we saw Serena and Venus completely revolutionize the way we perceived tennis, the way that people of color even engaged with tennis, because they saw and connected with somebody that looked like them and represented them and was like a heartbeat of something that feels familiar in a world that has been long since controlling the dichotomy of who gets to be a part of that community, you know, of being a part of the tennis community, came with a lot of other heavy subjects with it. And I think that opera kind of falls in line with that same thing. You know, it has a similar tinge to the way tennis was held. And so, I don't know, I feel like this is my way of helping to relate to what opera is, and that if people see more of themselves reflected in these stories and reflected in what's possible and what feels good and what feels delicious on the ears, like I really think that they would also be inspired to go and listen to opera on their own. Just like I watch and appreciate tennis now because I watched Serena and Venus Williams. So why not try to do the same thing on my own, right? Anyway, so there's that. And then I wanted to shift the gears of this channel a little bit. I originally started saying, you know, opera appreciation for Black folks, and the feedback, while it was good, it was also made me realize that I didn't want it to just be about opera appreciation. And while there will be fundamental classes that I continue to teach, because I really like delving into that information and sharing it, I'm just going to share and continue to share those videos as fundamentals of opera in case somebody's more excited about learning more of the details around opera. But then there will also be this leg where I share the journey and the day-to-day a little bit more, and show what the craft actually looks like and the things that I go through. That'll also be shared within a weekly newsletter, so I'm inviting you to subscribe to my newsletter, where it's the artist journey and all are welcome. And I would love to be welcomed into your inbox, where every week I'll be sharing just perspectives on what it is to be creative, sharing events of when I'm performing, of what's coming and what is cooking, and just that experience from week to week in a newsletter that will also inform the way this YouTube channel will grow and develop. And so I would love for you to be a part of this journey with me, so please feel free to click the link to my newsletter below. That can be accessed through my website, but the link will be in the description box below. So thank you so much for signing up for this weekly newsletter. I really appreciate it. And then this is also my last, I wanted to make a fear of failing declaration, and it makes me feel a little verklempt in the throat when I think about it, because I think along my journey, my artist journey, I've been told so often that I'm not good enough, and that I need to fit into some other semblance of what somebody else says is acceptable. Basically, the messaging has always been in my development as a singer that I am not enough as I am, that my uniqueness doesn't fit, and that I need to change something about myself in order to fit into this career. And I just don't think that that's fair. And I think that that's changing, and I want to be a part of that change. And so I want to declare here on YouTube today and in my newsletter that I want to be a full-time creative. I want to build a 6-figure income off the back of my creativity. I want to inspire a community of new opera goers, reflective of the real world diversity. I want to inspire people to nurture their inner artists. I want to support my family as they age and as they grow. I want to release this 100K of debt and student loan, plus 100K in just student loan debt, plus credit card debt. I just want to release all my debt. And last of all, I want to stop building other people's dreams and start building my own. And so these are really ambitious declarations, and I have said them in small little safe ways that if I fail, at least the failure is only on me and nobody else knows. But this time, I'm gonna put it here on the world stage to say, I declare to have these things. A timeline would be great. To be a full-time creative in a year, but building a 6-figure income, I think it's gonna take a little bit more than a year, but I'm in the build. This is a part of that journey. And so I would love for you to join me as I share what that looks like. And I hope that it inspires other artists to continue on their journey, because it's tough. And I've been really blessed with a lot of support. And I also see the people that don't have support and what that does to your inside beingness and how that reflects outwardly. I think every artist is special, and I think every artist has a place. And I think every artist deserves to feel valued, and I think that every artist deserves to thrive in their creativity, and that it gives them a living wage. So that's my share for today. Thank you so much for watching. This is Opera for Black Folks, inspiring creativity through opera. I am a thriving artist. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and click the link for my newsletter below. I look forward to seeing you either in your inbox or on next week's video.